Hey guys, it's Steven. You guys know I like to trade the power bar trade, which is a momentum trade, but a failed power bar can actually give you as much information as a successful power bar. So if you had trouble at the open this morning, which is what's playing out on my screen now, let's talk about the power bars that fired off and the information that they gave you when they didn't follow through. Looking at the Q futures, the NQ this morning, there was a power bar pre New York hours right before 8:30. This bar cleared resistance to the left, but this was right around a big news release, right? This was right before the inflation data was released. So basically, if you're taking a trade before that number comes out, it's basically a crapshoot, right? So that's not a power bar entry that I would have taken because of the news release. But let's look at what happened after that news release. First, you had this big power bar, and a lot of traders that I know are going to say, "Oh, I missed it," right? I just missed the best trade of the morning by not being in this bar, and literally that would put them on tilt, and they would not be able to trade the open. And again, this was because of news, so it's not something that I'm generally going to be jumping into ahead of time anyhow. Use the information. Don't go on tilt because it moved, this far, this fast. Now you have a power bar and you have a level. And notice what happened at the end of this power bar, right? This is a very large power bar, but it had no follow through, right? There was no confirmation before the open. So right there was your first piece of data when this power bar didn't continue in any way. Now let's move toward the open, and you get a power bar lower, literally right before the open. This is 928. This power bar cleared immediate support to the left, dipped a little bit lower on this next bar, and then immediately reversed. So if you were trying to trade this at the open, catching again this power bar right before the open, you immediately got reversed because this power bar failed. So now you've had two power bar failures in basically the first hour before the New York Open. This reverses higher. You get another power bar here firing off the 20, going through this resistance. But what you have to be aware of at this point is as this power bar is firing, look at where your immediate resistance is. This wasn't a bad power bar trade. And for those of you who are wondering what the power bar is exactly, on the right here, I have an example of it, right? It's a large bar, bigger than the bars around it, starts at the 20, moves in the direction of the 20, or if the 20 is flat, it moves in either direction, and it clears the resistance. In this case, since it's a green long power bar, clears resistance. It would be just the opposite if it were short. And this is the entry, either at the top of the power bar or as you anticipate the power bar forming in the last couple of seconds on a 2-minute chart. So that's what the power bar is. If you want this cheat sheet actually that walks through it, just type power in the comments below and I'll send you a copy of that. But let's go back to the chart. So you have this power bar, which again wasn't a bad trade, 40 points in the futures if you took profit at the top. If I took this trade, I would be moving my stop close as we got to this level, this resistance level, looking for a possible failure and a possible double top, which is what we ended up getting. But whether you traded this or not, Now you have a lot of information in that first 15 minutes after the New York Open, right? You've got two failed bullish power bars that had no continuation and almost immediately reversed. When you have two tries like this, and again, there was what I would call a valid entry here on the short side, as well as a valid entry here on the long side that actually did work for a little bit. But when you have these two failures and you have the double top, that's information you can use, right? That's telling you that the market is having trouble moving through this level at 26,040. And it's probably not a bad idea to look for a short at that point. Failed power bars can give you great information the other way. Just like when you have a failed breakout and you get a move right back into the range, often you can get a move deep into the range from a failed breakout. If you have a failed power bar, especially if you took it and you got stopped out, don't let that put you on tilt. Use that information. We had a double top here at the open with two failed power bars. And I'm going to take off the replay and show you guys another failed power bar here. And this is the exact situation that we had at the open, just in reverse. Now we get this double bottom. This, for me, wasn't a power bar because of the distance from the 20. So you don't have a failed power bar here, but in the second touch, which formed the double bottom, this was a power bar, right? This power bar slightly cleared this support to the left. But if you see this forming this power bar, you want to be aware of this support level, but it was also right at a double bottom, which held on this 2-minute chart, right? Just the way if you entered this power bar at the open and got long, you want to be aware of this possible double top coming up and this resistance area. You want to be very aware of this possible double bottom when this power bar formed. And it ended up forming, like I said, a double bottom, and you got an immediate reversal, what I call a hairpin turn here. This was a hairpin turn, which was a double top. This was a hairpin turn, which was a double bottom. It's also what's called a bullish engulfing pattern, right? The old school term for this. You also had a W pattern here, which you often get on a double bottom, and then a nice move higher. So if you're using a power bar strategy and you're using an indicator like my indicator, when you get these failures, and this one fired off on this smaller power bar that turned into a larger, which again, I said I wouldn't be taking because of the news aspect. This was valid. This was valid. And you could have had a profit here. This short, which again, you get the power bar and you could have had continuation, but you had an immediate reversal. When that happens, look for a move in the other direction. A double top, a failed power bar, move in the opposite direction. A double bottom, a failed power bar, move in the opposite direction. You also got a power bar here. I want to talk about this one for a minute. This power bar fires off the 20, clears this resistance to the left, which is what this dotted line is here, and it has a really nice, move higher. Whenever you're using an indicator, there are going to be specific settings on the indicator that if you tweak them, the indicator will work better in some situations and will work worse in other situations. My power bar indicator has a default setting for the body percentage of 75%. So that means the body has to make up 75% of the bar. And this is the bar that I'm focused on right now. Because of this tail, the body doesn't quite make up 75% of the entire bar. But when you use an indicator, don't turn your brain off and completely rely on the indicator for all of your setups. And this is true, again, with any indicator. It's not just this indicator. You can tweak settings and make them a little bit better, again, in certain situations, a little bit worse in others. When you have a bar like this, and this one's bullish, obviously, the 20's moving higher, and you get the power bar, this tail at the bottom arguably makes this bar just as bullish as a solid body, right? It opened here, it moved down just a tiny bit, actually caught support from these two candles prior, and then jetted higher through resistance. That's a power bar move. Even with the wick, right? It's a bottoming wick. I don't want to call it a bottoming tail because it's not in a downtrend, right? It's in a very shallow pullback, but that's a bottoming tail. That's bullish. So if you're using an automated indicator like mine for the power bar trade, a lower setting in the body percentage would catch it. The problem is when you change a setting on an indicator, now it's looking for bars that can have wicks, and most of my power bars, I want to have very minimal wicks. So it's a little bit of a trade-off, right? It could have found another power bar a little bit later in the day with the new setting that actually had wicks and actually wasn't a power bar that I would want to trade. That's why it's also important to know, like I said, with this cheat sheet, to know exactly what the power bar is and what you're looking for. So you can look at this, and even with a setting that doesn't pick it up, right? The default setting doesn't pick it up, but you know that's bullish, right? A bottoming wick, it catches support, it's coming from the 20, and it clears resistance here. That's a good power bar trade. And yes, the indicator is for sale. I'll link to it in the comments below. But my point with this video is pay attention to the technical patterns that are forming. Double tops are important. Double bottoms are important. They become more important when you have setups that indicate the market should go in one direction, and then you get a failure of that setup. And this is with any setup. When you get a failure of a setup, there's a really good chance that you're going in the other direction, right? Because you've sucked in everyone that's trading that setup, and now they all have to exit, right? You've got that small door and everyone's running toward it. That's what you have when you had this power bar this morning and the double top and the failure, right? You had a nice move down, and then when you had the power bar lower and the double bottom, you had a really nice move up. So I hope that's helpful. If it is, please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments. Again, if you want the cheat sheet on the power bar and how I trade it, just type power in the comments and I will be happy to send you that. Thanks for watching, and good luck in your trading.